Hello and welcome back to Good Game Nation, where we bring you all things TCG. My name is Preston. I'm here with Sam. Say hello.
Hello, we're back covering season. What season are we in?
6.
Yoo-hoo! I'm pretty happy. I've played a lot of card games and they tend not to make it this far, so we're going strong.
Yeah, there's always a chance that after the first year, people are not making money off it and they don't care. But this game's
It happens.
gonna be it's gonna be around for a while, I think.
Ooh, let's go. And here we are covering it. We're doing our color reviews, as you know by the video you clicked on, obviously. We're going to cover red today. We're going to go over our quick thoughts on what cards are good, what cards we're highlighting, and what we think it'll have a quick impact on the meta. We're using the One Piece website. We have it translated to English to the best of our abilities. It'll be linked down below. Preston, quick thoughts. What do we think?
I think that this set is good for this game, especially with what we've seen in the West with a lot of like redundant old leaders. I think this set is going to make it so that you want to play these cards. There's a lot of what we call power creep in this set, and it comes across from the leaders to the character cards. Even the event cards are very nutty. Um, and I think everyone's going to be really happy to buy these new things.
Yeah, and I think we're covering a wide variety of characters. I think red has been one of the more thematic cards, thematic sets throughout the colors. So we've always been like, this is what we're getting, this is what we're getting. But we have a lot of pieces of the film, and film has been definitely been the focus for red the last few. We look at the theme decks, and Uda's piggybacking that. And another red purple leader, and film centric to -2K, and then adding a ramp from it. A ton of utility coming out of red, which has not been red style. Red is more of a shove it down your throat until we're banned. And Uda's offering a different type of play, which is I think really exciting, kind of similar to Law, where you're kind of moving around a bit.
Yeah, to be fair, this has the potential to shove it down your throat and get banned.
Oh, absolutely.
Um, Pulling in all the stuff from the first purple film deck, you can play those cards to get another searcher, so you'll have two film searchers in this deck.
Yep.
And the Luffy film searcher is pretty good. So we're happy to
Yeah.
see that. If the Nami ever gets back into our set, you could search your, you could have some Straw Hat stuff and some film stuff, so you could potentially have three searchers. But the film stuff here is desirable. It's
Yeah.
really exciting, and we have a good event down here in the what is being translated as Great Ape King Shootout, being able to give a plus 3K and then potentially a extra 1K for 2 cost, which
Yeah.
we've seen them here and there anyways, but it has a good trigger as well. KOing
Hmm.
up to 5K on your opponent's side of the board is a great trigger. We've seen that with the other Gomu Gomu attacks
Hmm.
that we've had in the past. Um, and events for red are a great thing because they give you options for ace.
Yep.
You can play this in anything. It's an activate main. It's not a
Hmm.
counter. So you're going to be able to split this wherever you need it.
Yep.
And if you have a film search or a straw hat search, you might as well play this event. It's a decent one.
Yeah, to piggyback, pumping up stuff like Ace and Red has been, tearing down a little bit. Is definitely very dominant the first year. So it's nice to have these changes. These are all activate mains, and this is a KO card. Is Ace maybe looking for a revival? What other decks are we looking at that definitely can see a little low? I think Ace is one that I know I've seen on Twitter people talking about, but let us know in the comments what other red decks are we thinking that are gonna receive a boost that's not a red purple leader. I think the red purple leaders are definitely the ones licking their chops a little bit more than the rest.
Hmm.
There's,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And we got some Revolutionary Army support. There's a couple cards right at the top.
Yeah.
Ivankov is a top of deck searcher, which works really well with the rest of its archetype with 5K or less as its search requirement. We're happy to see it. It's a 5 cost, which is quite a expensive searcher, but it is better than most searches because I believe it brings it to the board. It's not gonna,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, it says appear.
Yeah, so
Pretty good.
it's an incredible searcher considering their searcher, I think last set was their event that was like a -1.
Yep.
So, or it's their stage, which was a -1. So I think we might be able to see more Revolutionary Army, especially with the next Ultimate deck having a Sabo that
Yep.
is red and yellow.
Yep.
So we'll probably replace Betty with the Sabo as long as his effect is viable. So
Yeah.
it's a good ramp up to what is coming as well.
Has a lot of potential. Also, every time we get a searcher, it's always a bookmark in my mind. It's a searcher. This is going to be good for the game's length, minus a, ban.
Yeah.
Poor Nami. But it's definitely notable. It's a deck that we were really excited about last format. That didn't get a ton of love because of how good other things were. So it's definitely looking forward to a potential comeback, especially with the new Sabo leader. That's always it's always fun to play same deck with a new leader. Changes it up, gives a different feel. But yeah, that's red basically.
Yeah.
What
We got
last?
another big final card, finisher card, big boss monster, and Shanks also.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the SR. That's awkward. Again, we have I think the Shanks from the set one. Very underwhelming, obviously. So it's very nice to have a Shanks that is very good. Even when you combine it with the Uta, you're basically able to KO anything, and that makes it a playable card. I think. I don't know where. Not a lot of red in the format, but I definitely think it'll find its place. It'll find room.
Yeah, and if the West keeps Whitebeard out of the game, this could easily replace and give you actual 10 drops that are playable.
Yeah.
So it's a nice thing to look forward. Maybe the format changes and we'll be able to play all the cards. Japan and the East players have not seen these bans, so they've been running wild with whatever they want. Um,
Yeah, it's universal too. It's film on top of it. You're able to splash it, and you're absolutely right. Red needed a high drop with the ban of Whitebeard for here in the West, and if it does stick, this will definitely be a card we cater to. But I'm excited to see what the East does with it.
yeah,
Red has been a color that's been a little suppressed lately, so we'll see if this switches it up.
absolutely.
And that does it for the red color review. Guys, in the comments, let us know what we think of the set red for this red for this set. Yikes! And we will be checking that out. And stay tuned for the green color review. That should be coming next. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. You never know. And that'll do it. We will see you soon.
Soon.
Bye
Peace.
bye. Bye bye. Do you think they could tell we haven't recorded in a while?
I was gonna say, do you know who any of these characters are? Because these film characters are going right over my head.
Oh, I've seen a couple of the movies. I recognize a couple of them, but I would say like 4 at best. Like this sword guy, no clue.